Hey, Chris Liepe here with the Recording Revolution. If you have a home studio and you ever have any friends, any other musicians over, and you're doing sessions with people other than just yourself, I'm here to share with you the 5 things that have been the hands down most important things to have as part of my home studio. Over the last few months, as I've been getting things finished out here, I've been able to start doing actual sessions in here, having people in. And I've gotten to do a really neat bluegrass session. I got to do a cool session with YouTuber Blake McLean and Foo Fighters producer Barrett Jones.
The huntress will chase her prey. Yeah, she'll steal another heart just to throw it away. She won't stay. That's her game.
Cool. I mean, I think we have that.
Easy.
Yeah.
Do you want to do any on the first verse?
No, I think the first verse should stay the way it is and have the lift for the second verse.
Okay.
Really super fun to be able to provide a welcoming atmosphere and a cool vibe for other people to come in and work and be creative and discover new possibilities within their music. In order to do that, you want to make sure everything's working and hooked up right and your software is updated or not updated, whatever makes it work the most seamlessly. Those are kind of givens. But these little subtle pieces of gear that people don't really think about when they're building a home studio. They think about, I got to have my preamps, I've got to have guitars, I've got to have the right software. This is the other side of that. And I'm telling you from experience, it is more important, whether you're dealing with family members or friends or people you barely know, to foster an environment of creativity, freedom, and chillness than it is to have great gear. That's what these 5 things are all about. If you'd like more help dialing in your sounds of your home studio, click the link below and join my free recording course. And I go through tracking processes and getting sounds for guitar, bass, drums, etc. Okay, here are the 5 things that you absolutely want to have in any studio. The first, an oil diffuser. Essential oils. My personal favorite is lemongrass. It's mild, it fosters concentration, and sometimes I'll put a little bit of peppermint in there to foster a bit of liveliness. But only a little bit. You never know when you are working in your own home studio for a long time what smells you have become very used to and ignorant of. And then you get people from out of town or you get people that aren't in your space very often, and they're not going to say anything, but they're going to notice. And it's the first thing they notice when they walk into your space. Smells a little musty in here. Old food kind of smells or smells coming in from vents in the house from cooking in another room or whatever. The smell is one of the first things when people walk into a space that is going to either put them at ease and get them ready for fun and creativity and unbridled work. It's going to make them comfortable, or it's going to make them go... like that. Oil diffuser. Lemongrass. The second is a record player coming through the studio monitors, preferably. You might be saying, that's so silly. I can just put something on Spotify or call up a recent mix that I've been working on or whatever. Or, music in general. Just have some kind of vibe music going. That's good. But I have found the response that I get, it's a conversation starter. It's another one of those things like the oil diffuser where they walk in and they go, it smells nice. And, they've got playing a record. You hear the little crackling. It's low. And I have a specific record that I like to play for new clients or new people coming in. Dave Brubeck's Greatest Hits. The reason I choose this is because I don't often record music like this. I don't think I've recorded music like this in decades, actually. But it's energetic, it's instrumental, it's vibey, and it's It's old. There's a bit of nostalgia, and there's comfort in nostalgia a lot of times. So I'll have this record playing as people are coming in, very low through the studio monitors. They walk in, they smell the oil diffuser, they're put at ease, and right away we're starting to create a space where they go, okay, this is going to be fun. All right, number 3. Continuing this, make the atmosphere right from the very beginning, you've got to have dimmable lights. Don't just have a, one fluorescent light or one thing in a bedroom where you turn it on and it's on or it's off. If that's all you have and you don't want to put new lights up or do track lighting or whatever, then get lamps and put bulbs in them that you can do 3-way or something. You've got to have control over the amount of lighting you have in your studio, even if it's just one room. Different people react to different temperatures of light in different ways and different amounts of light in different ways. I've seen this with lots of studio clients. In fact, the bluegrass people that I was working with, they preferred the lights full on. I don't generally like to work like that. I like to work in a slightly dimmer, almost candlelight, unless I'm filming, candlelight vibe. But, they were looking at their charts and they liked the vibrancy of having the lights full on. Also, make sure that you are not using temperatures that are too harsh. Even if you've got kind of a modern vibe to your studio, you want to make sure that you're using a bit warmer temperatures so that you are fostering a relaxation sort of vibe as opposed to a perform vibe. I've actually set it up so that different parts of my studio can have different levels of light. If they're sitting in the back and they're evaluating a performance or they're listening to me mix or whatever, lots of times I'll have the light pretty low back there, but I'll have it a little bit brighter up here. It means they're not on. They can relax and watch me work. And sort of the spotlight is on me. I'm the one performing. I'm the one mixing. They're trusting me. It communicates a lot. In the booth, I've got 2 different sets of lights. I've got ones that light the back wall, and then I've got ones that are focused more on the front part in the window area. This allows me to direct the focus of the light to make the client or vocalist or drummer, whoever it is, most comfortable. I've also got the ability to shut that window, to block the window. So if they don't want people to be watching them while they're getting in the mood, great. I can't tell you how important it is to be able to use lighting as a tool to help direct people's focus, to help put people at ease. And you're seeing a theme here. All right, next. Different color, spill-proof liquid containers that keep things warm or cold. The alternative, and I've been at other studios where they get a bunch of water and you've got this going on and you've got a bunch of water bottles that are, like this, and they all look exactly the same and nobody wants to drink it because they've lost track of which is their water. And so you waste a ton of water, you waste a ton of plastic, and you create this awkward sort of mess around the whole studio of half-consumed water bottles. It's one less thing that they have to feel responsible for. Here, what would you like to drink? And here's number 5, and it's probably the most important from a workflow perspective and practical perspective that not a lot of home studios have. A Patchbay. Okay, maybe if your 2-channel interface is right here and you can easily access the different things, but even that gets a little bit goofy. The beauty of a Patchbay, regardless of whether you got multi-rooms or one room, is that you can put anything anywhere. This mic that I'm talking to you on can be on any of my preamps, and I can patch it, because I know the Patchbay, on the fly. So if I want to try this mic or a mic over there in a different preamp, or I want to try a different mic in the same preamp. It is so easy because there's a centralized front-facing area to make those changes. And especially if you're working with other people, having to, crawl behind your desk or retrace cables so that you can, find where this one goes and plug it into the back of your interface or whatever. That's really, to me, it makes me anxious to have to make those changes. Whereas if I'm sitting at the desk and they're like, oh, let's try that mic, or let's switch something up. I know I can go right to that Patchbay and go, okay, try that. Try that. It is so much faster and so much cleaner. And it puts forth I'm really prepared and organized rather than this is really, cobbled together and, bear with me, it's a home studio. A Patchbay, even if your desk is a mess and your studio smells, if you've got a Patchbay and can really quickly make hardware changes at your discretion or at the client's or friend's discretion, it's going to go a lot better. I hope you've enjoyed these seemingly off-the-wall show and tellish tips for creating a great studio vibe. I feel like these are essentials for any home studio that includes people working in it other than just yourself. And even for yourself, embrace some of these things. See how it works. Let me know other things that you find essential that you wouldn't consider necessarily studio gear in the comments below. I'd love to continue the discussion. Again, if you'd like more help with your recording techniques, click the link below and join my free recording course. We'll see you for more.